So today, I want to begin with a short meditation on change. How does change happen? Now, of course, change happens in many ways. Sudden change can be very abrupt, almost miraculous. Abrupt change is characterized by upheaval, a conversion experience, and turning points in the recovery process are examples of seemingly abrupt changes. Recovery as a change process can have abrupt moments, but these events, I think, are the exception rather than the rule. In the recovery journey, there is another much more imperceptible and more grace-filled type of change process at work. Recovery is characterized by a slower process. It's more evolution than revolution. Recovery is often gradual, and it seems to unfold imperceptibly, much like the spring. When spring emerges out of winter, the trees around us begin to change. From the stark, dark branches of winter, small buds begin to swell into shades of green. And if you think about it, we remember that these buds do not burst forth abruptly in one grand gesture of arriving. Instead, the change is gradual. Tiny leaves breaking through waxy bud casings, leaving the impression of a kind of green haze hovering about the still visible branches. When I look across the field from my home, the early spring world seems to be a shimmer of greening that's almost here, but not yet. And so each spring, I play a little game with myself. Each day, I watch carefully and try to catch the exact moment when the world bursts into full leaf green. I want to try to see that greening happen. I want to see that moment when the world transforms and all the trees are filled with bright green leaves. But try as I might, year after year, I have never seen the exact moment. I can never see the transformation. And that's because each spring, the greening of the world happens imperceptibly. One day I walk into the field, and it's not happened yet. The green buds are shimmering like a promise that's yet to be realized. And then the next day I might return to the field, and there it is, the green has come. The leaves at that moment are fully unfurled, and like small hands, they're waving at me, and they whisper, "We have come." And I always say to myself, but how? I was watching, and I didn't see it happen. And even if I were to add up an archive of time-lapse photographs of trees in spring, I could never see the greening. The greening always announces itself as that which has already come. As that which has already come. The greening of the world in spring is a new creation, which is always more than the sum of its evolution. Perhaps it's true that the greening of the world happens in that other time, that fullness of time. Perhaps the greening of spring happens in a time that exists outside of linear chronological time. Perhaps bearing witness to the coming of spring means to learn patience and to wait upon the fullness of time. The greening happens, but we can't make it happen. It is a phenomena that exists in a realm beyond our will. And I think there is a mystery at the heart of it. something we cannot know directly, but that we are privileged to participate in.